Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get all situated here. So appreciate you tuning in. Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. We're going to get this thing on the... or up and off in the air, and then I'll explain everything that we're doing here. So, one, we're in NeoFly here. We already got clearance for takeoff. We're just going to go ahead and turn on all our lights here. Safety stuff first for the passengers. Go ahead and straighten up our flaps, release our parking brake, and we'll take off here. And once I get everything situated, I'll give you guys some updates as to what's going on. So we are, one, departing from Canada here, just above Lake Ontario.
Pilot, have a nice flight.
Altitude.
We're going to adjust our heading. Altitude set for 2,500 feet for the moment. That's fine. Alright, we're going to reduce the throttle, lift up the landing gear, get into a steady cruise speed here without topping off. So once we're up there, we can, or since we're up there, take off the seatbelt and the safety lights for the passenger. We only got one passenger today. His name is Ray. Alright, so we are... gonna go here. So we are in, we're headed east here. We're gonna be flying to New York. And we're gonna be on the way to, we're gonna try to get to Maine. So this trip is 122 nautical miles, or I guess 125. And our NeoFly career here, or flight, we're sitting at $8 million now. It looks like Snoop and Hurricane landed safely. If we go to this, looks like they landed safely. Snoop had a VIP mission for 62,000, and Hurricane had a regular passenger mission for 34. So everything looks good there. And then we're going to be headed to, where are we headed to? $1 million question. So Saranac Lake is where we're headed to. The airport code is KSLK, 125 nautical miles. The last two landings that we did, we stuck them pretty nice, minus 76 and minus 17 on the landing. And yeah, so everything's looking pretty good there. We're going to pull up our nav map to see when we actually exit Canada. And when we cross over the border. So it seems, where is the New York border here? Alright, I see it. Alright, so we got a couple of minutes before we actually exit Canada. So looking at our map here we are, and the United States-Canada border is just over here. So we're going to be hovering around here, and then once we cross over this border, this is New York State here. So if we zoom out a little bit more, we can get that better picture of it. So I'll let you guys know when we cross over interstate lines. But for now, we'll get a good look here. So there's Lake Ontario. Got some windmills off in the distance. Coming up to Kingston. And then we'll figure out what runway we're landing at and where the airport is and how we should be going about our approach. So we're left of the line. I'm going to assume that we're going to have to cross over that and get to the right. Let's just zoom all the way out here. There we go. Oh no, it doesn't look like it. We're actually going to be, we're on the right side of the line, which is going to be the left. And we're going to kind of swing around here and make a right-hand turn into runway number 23. And then it looks like parking is going to be off to the left. And it looks like if we miss this taxiway here, we'll just go ahead and take this N1 right at the back end. Alright, I see Saranac Lake. If we draw an arrow here, looks like we're about 100 miles out. And we're going to be coming up to Howie Island here. Home, we're going to click on this. Alright, so everything is looking good. So we are looking at Saranac Lake, New York is our destination here. So this is Howie Island. We're going to spin around, see if we can see some other people or destinations here. Kind of curious if that's a bridge or not. If it is, it's a very long one. So we are doing, excuse me, I'm yawning, I'm exhausted. But we are doing live weather, live time. So Eastern Coast time right now is 2:55 p.m. in the afternoon. Go ahead and adjust our view here, get a little more of a look-see over the dashboard. So we are coming up to, so this is the St. Lawrence River. And we're coming up to the Canada-US border here. So with that being said, we should probably contact our approach and request flight following.
Approach Cessna November 11361 is type Cessna C25C 5 miles south of Charlie Kilo Victor November, Romeo 2,500 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna November 11361 approach. Squawk 0425.
Squawk 0425 Cessna Tree 61.
Cessna Tree 61 radar contact 5 miles south of Charlie Kilo Victor November Romeo 2,500 feet altimeter 29er. 904.
Roger Cessna Tree 61.
Alright, so decimal, the altimeter, decimal 2994. Let's go ahead and see what that is equivalent to in millibars. So 2994 is exactly 1014. So we're going to zoom in on the dashboard. We're currently set at 1013, so all we got to do is do a couple of clicks over here. 1014 in millibars. So now our barometric pressure is equalized with the pressure outside. Alright, and off to our left is Thousand Island Park. Alright, looking good. Got some cloud cover coming up here. I don't know if we're high enough to hit it. I don't know what the ceiling of the cloud level is, but we are coming up to 89 New York waypoint. We're zoomed in on the airport, which is just fine. We're going to need it to be there anyway, so we'll leave that there, and I'll use the map off screen to do the heavy lifting here. Find out what airport that is. I think there's an airport right here. Should be coming into view momentarily. There we go. So that's Maxon Airfield, less than 2 miles away. Small airport, looks like a short runway. coming up to Redwood, New York. And then Governor. So it does look like we're getting a couple of gray clouds here. We might run into a little bit of rain. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Find anything on the echo. Doesn't look too bad, just might be some dark clouds, no rain. Cruise speed is good at 225. Fuel is excellent at 44%. Throttles are sitting at 63%. Pull up NeoFly here. Our passenger Ray is sitting at 95% happiness. Everything 96 now. It's still climbing. He's got a thumbs up, so he doesn't seem like he needs a drink or food or anything. So I think we're good to go to leave him as is. Got a notification on my phone that rain is expected in the next hour. So there's Governor. We got little cloud level off to our right. We're just bypassing that. We definitely seem to be staying just below the cloud ceiling. That does look like some rain up ahead though. Basically when the clouds look like they're meeting the ground, that is going to be some rain.
Cessna 361, contact Boston Center on 135. 25. Good day.
135. 25 for Cessna 361. Boston Center, Cessna November 11361, 2,500 feet.
Cessna November 11361 Boston Center, altimeter 29er. 9er 1 radar contact continue.
So 29.91 is about 1012. There we go. Get a good look at the rain there that we're going to run into. I'm actually contemplating putting the seatbelt on for Ray. Seatbelt light. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Just for a little warning for the rain coming. I think we'll adjust our heading just a couple of notches to the right because it seems like we're veering off just a little bit to the left. We got a little rainbow there off to our left as well. Another indication that there's some rain out there. It seems like we might actually bypass it and go right through a little opening. At least for now. It seems like just up ahead, can't see it on the screen, but we're going to be flying over or around Carey Falls Reservoir. Just south of Stark. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to be flying right over it. See if we're gonna finally get that rain. I'm thinking we will. Can usually see it starting dripping along the windshield here. But once again, are we going to skate right by it? We just might. I'm not going to promise rain anymore. Doesn't seem like we're going to hit it. Alright, airspeed seems to be dropping. We're going to increase it. I noticed the trim was getting super high. I think we slowed up for just a moment. Might be a slight rainbow right there. I'm not sure if my eyes are playing tricks on me or not, but once again, it does look like we're gonna look for rain. I know I just said I was gonna stop promising rain, but it does look like we're gonna be entering into something here. We got a little ways to go, so I'm sure if it does start raining, we're gonna fly out of it. We'll see how the airport is actually doing. I'm going to to say any second now we're going to start seeing the drips of water on the left-hand side there. We got a double rainbow. Entering into some clouds. No rain, ladies and gentlemen. Do you believe I will officially stop forecasting the rain? But I am wondering if we should increase our elevation because ground level seem to has crept up to us a little bit. Alright, what I'm doing now, I'm actually dropping our airspeed. And then I'm going to click on the FLC mode again, and then increase it so that we increase our elevation a little faster.
Altitude.
A little tip for you guys if you didn't know about that one. And then we're going to move our throttle up there. Alright, so almost 4,200 feet. We're pretty much right at it.
61 contact Boston Center on 120.
We're leveling off.
Good day.
We'll acknowledge the handoff.
120. Tree 5 for Cessna Tree 61. Boston Center Cessna November 11 Tree 61 4,200 feet.
Cessna November 11 Tree 61 Boston Center. Altimeter 29er. 90 radar contact continue.
So 229.90 is pretty much 113. So I think we're good. We can bump that up just a touch there. There we go. Not making huge adjustments there to the barometric pressure. And once again, guys, our goal, if you didn't see the last video, is we're going to be heading towards Maine, the north part of Maine. So this is just the first journey here to head over that way. zoom out just a little bit. I think we are getting a little close to the airport now. There we go. So not too far away. We're just gonna swing around this way and come in for a landing on runway number 23. We're actually going to do a couple of clicks to the left because I see some waypoints that I kind of want to hit. Alright, so the airport is actually off to the right. That's the airport right here. So we're basically going to fly out this way a little bit, come back over to the right and hit the runway right there. But KSLK, the Adirondack Regional Airport, we're going to tune here. We're going to select the runway number 23, announce our full stop landing and our position.
Kilo Sierra Lima
Oops.
Kilo traffic Cessna November 11361 is on final runway 23 to land.
I just hit final by accident, so we'll go ahead and announce our position.
Kilo Sierra Lima Kilo traffic Cessna November 11361 6 miles northwest 4200 for inbound to land runway 23.
We're not on final just yet. That's Rainbow Lake right up here. Might even be a good turning point. But I am going to reduce our throttles a little bit here. Probably down to, well, I guess we're pretty good there. We're going to actually extend our gear here. It's going to be this. We're going to get red lights. We're going to wait for those to turn green to get confirmation that the wheels have deployed. And then we're going to increase our throttle because of the drag that produces. We're going to get rid of autopilot, take full control. We're going to go 15 degrees flaps. We're going to start our turn here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend here. It's a nice Saturday afternoon for a flight over to Saranac Lake, New York. Actually, just cut the throttle full. We got eyes on the runway. We got 3 green lights on the landing gear. Airspeed 135 is good. make our adjustment here. I know you can't see the runway, but we're looking pretty good. We'll straighten out right at the last second. I didn't go quite as far out as I wanted to, just for time's sake. But there's the runway right over there. Runway 23, we're gonna flare up. A little much there.
That wasn't the softest landing I've seen.
Alright, we'll take it.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Alright, and we are gonna make that first taxiway. A little fast, but we made it. We'll go ahead and announce our taxi to parking.
Kilo Sierra Lima Kilo Traffic Cessna November 11361 is taxiing to parking.
Alright, we got Ray here safe and sound. We're going to cross over runway 279. And we'll find the spot over here. We'll go right by the fuel station here. Alright, we'll set the parking brake. We'll lift our covers here. And we'll stop the engine, shut them down.
Transporter, you can open the doors and begin the disembarkation.
Let NeoFly do its thing. We'll go to log. Let's see what kind of damage we did on the landing. Not too bad. 169. We'll take that. It's within reason. So the landing parameters that you're looking for.
Transporter from dispatch. Another passenger mission completed. Thanks, and bye.
Is anything less than or equal to 180. So
Everything is on board.
we definitely did our job there at 169. Alright, so with that, we're going to go ahead and exit this flight. Welcome to New York, everybody. We departed from Mohawk, Canada, and we're over at the Adirondack Regional Airport. So appreciate you tuning in. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.